welcome back to the channel. Today with me is 9th degree black belt Grandmaster Jim Hammons from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Grandmaster Hammons?
Yes, sir.
Would you tell us a little bit about yourself? A
Well,
little bit about your school and when you started in Taekwondo?
yes, sir. Well, my school's in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. We serve about 260 children and adults. I grew up in Fort Smith, Arkansas. What got me into martial arts actually was I was kind of an abused child. I was beaten a lot. I was very sickly, and martial arts was a way for me to be able to keep up with the other kids. I wound up being very good at it, and have just made that my career. Raised my family, put my kids through college, all in doing martial arts.
Very good. You used to compete a lot back in the day from national, international competition.
Yes, sir.
Now tell us a little bit about some of your highlights in your career.
Oh, well, we've been on several teams together. We've got probably 6 or 7 international gold medals together. I've got a couple of world championships. We have so many national championships bouncing back and forth. It's tough to compete against somebody like Grandmaster Wadley, but I had some opportunities to be out of his division, so I did really well.
You not only just have a school and a UTA member, but you're serving as the current vice president of the UTA.
Yes, sir.
Right? So thank you very much. Along your career, you started helping and teaching a lot of children.
Yes, sir.
So do you have any tips for parents, obstacles that kids or even parents deal with that you could give some words of advice on?
Absolutely. Probably the biggest thing when parents bring children to us, I mean, it is either an issue with confidence or discipline. So parents, if your kids are getting in trouble at school and goofing around and being the class clown, they don't need confidence. It's more discipline. We change lives in martial arts through structure and just a systematic way of helping them achieve goals. So one of the things that we do is, bowing at the door, yes sir and no sir. We do what we say we're going to do. If you need to know a certain amount of information to test, you have to know that. And so parents, if you can make certain things very structured, getting up, going to bed and getting up at the same time. If you tell your children something either yes or no, they don't get to gripe to get a different answer. A lot of times the kids, even with us, they'll ask us 2 or 3 times for the same thing. Do a fun game in class, kick the bag, do something fun. We want them to earn it. It's the work and reward system, not the gripe and whine and get what you want system. So things they should do at home just to make sure that they make your life easier, right? Because you're paying the bills, you're taking them to martial arts or swim or dance, you're doing all these things. They have to learn to work and pay for things a different way, and they do that through compliance and work ethic, doing what they're supposed to do when they're being told the first time, and then you monitoring and adjusting and just making sure they're doing the things you want at home.
Great tips. Now, obviously, from the time that you started until the time you earned your 9th dan, you've probably experienced a few obstacles along the way.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any words of advice for the youngsters that are starting in Taekwondo that think they might want to do it for a while? What are some of those obstacles and how did you overcome them?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, they say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. The hardest belt to earn in martial arts is the white belt. That's taking that step and trying it out. And just understanding the biggest challenge that we see with youth today is they get bored. And so parents reframe it. Bored is not a bad thing. If you're bored with writing and printing, we go to cursive. You get bored with cursive, we start, okay, let's put different things together. Bored just means you're very, very good at that moment. And so now they need a new challenge. And so, around our house when our children were small, if they told us they were bored, they had to do multiplication tables. They had to do something around the house. That way they knew you weren't bored, you just had too much time on your hands. But sometimes when they get really good, they can get bored of martial arts. Okay, they're just good at that level. Maybe that's an indication that they're ready to test and get the new belt. If they're bored with a particular class, that may be looking for some tutoring to take them above where they're at currently, or putting them into an honors class and see if that's something that piques their interest. Children will rise or fall to the level of what our expectations are. So if we can expect more from them, if we can give them a structure where they can achieve those things, then it's reward. And we need to, what gets rewarded gets repeated. And so if you see some behavior that you really think is what you want, reward that over and over in your home, and you will see more of it. So that's some of the things we do in the school.
Excellent. Well, uh, let everybody know, what is the name of your school? How can somebody get a hold of you if they're in the Tulsa area?
Oh, absolutely. It's Martial Arts Advantage in Broken Arrow. Our phone number is 918-258-9821. If you're a UTA member, feel free to give us a call. If you want more information about the UTA, I'm here for that also. So any way that we can serve you, that's what we want to do.
Now, you have your own YouTube channel, right?
I do not currently.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll work on that. I don't like the sound of my own voice. I'm willing to give it to other people. I just don't like listening to it myself. So,
Well, thank you for meeting with us today, sir. and
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for sharing tips for the parents and the students.
yes, sir. Thank you
guys-
very much.
You guys stay tuned, and don't forget to press like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next interview with our next masters. Thank you.